Means trackies, hot water bottles, and sometimes, you know, a little extra unwanted weight.
I'm with you, girlfriend. With her new book, Eat, Drink and Still Shrink, nutritionist Michele Chevalier-Hedge is here to help us press reset on our unhealthy habits, fire up our motivation and scrub up on our nutritional know-how.
Welcome to the show,
Good
Michele.
morning. Thank you.
You open this book with a personal story, and that is looking in the mirror, feeling a bit chubby, a bit bloated, a bit distressed.
Yes.
Does everyone need that aha moment?
I think a lot of people have the aha moment. Mine came in the form of when I was going to put makeup on and I felt so puffy, so bloated, so disjointed, so sleep deprivation that I couldn't even put my makeup on. Some people's aha moment, unfortunately, comes in the diagnosis of insulin resistance, thyroid disease, even cancer. My hope is that people don't ever get to that aha moment and they start to use food and lifestyle for true well-being, which is how about your vitality, how about your energy, how about your good heart? That's true well-being, not just a number on the scale. Right?
All right, let's get going on our well-being. Let's get stuck into the nitty-gritty of this. It's been drummed into us that sugar is bad news. A lot of people are becoming scared of fruit because of the sugar in fruit. What are the good ones? What are the highest ones in sugar, maybe?
The biggest message here, Larry, should definitely be it's all about the added sugar. It's not really about the natural sugar, right? So the natural sugar in fruit, let's not fear the fruit. Let's bring back the love of fruit, particularly the love of berries, right? Berries in a smoothie, apples.
But look at these figs, though.
Figs are high. Dried fruits are high in sugar.
Yeah, those dried apricots.
Yes.
Stay away from the dried apricots.
Yes, correct. And dried fruit also often comes with preservatives as well. So not only high sugar, but preservatives. But definitely embrace low sugar fruits on a daily basis, full of fiber, full of antioxidants, full of vitamin C, underpins our collagen synthesis. We love fruit.
Okay, let's talk alcohol. You say we don't have to give up our weekly wine. Notice it says weekly wine, not daily wine.
Singular.
Our weekly wine. Okay, let's go through these.
Okay, great. So I'm on board with cancer research, which is about having 2 glasses of alcohol per night. I actually say in our book, Eat, Drink and Still Shrink, actually have 2 alcohol-free nights a week. But also think about what kind of alcohol you're drinking. I love a Pinot and I love a Piccolo. So I always say bring back the love of Pinots and Piccolos. But if you're going to have a gin and tonic, why not try a gin and sonic? Half soda water, half tonic, right? It even brings the sugar level down a little bit more. Margaritas, they can be really, really high in sugar. So if you're having someone make them, ask what kind of sugar syrup is going in that. Champagne and wine, believe it or not, are a little bit less sugar. And a martini, a straight martini or a straight clear vodka or a gin or something like that will be always your lowest sugar.
Okay, good to know. A lot of people talking about gluten-free now.
Oh, yes.
But it doesn't automatically mean it's healthy, right?
Absolutely. Gluten-free madness is happening around
right, sure is.
So here's the thing. There's a time and a place for gluten-free, for sure, for people that are celiac, people who have IBD, IBS, and intolerances. But people think that gluten-free means healthy. But if you read the packages of most gluten-free things, they're frankenfood. They're full of preservatives, additives, things, chemicals, right, that you can't even pronounce. But if you go back to eating real whole food, which is the essence of Eat, Drink and Still Shrink, my book, it's very little gluten and it's very little sugar. So just eat real whole food in abundance and nourishing and not punishing.
Yeah, I like that you say nourishment, not punishment.
Exactly.
We're seeing a big push towards plant-based eating. Because we're told on the plate you should have a little bit of protein and the rest of it should be good leafy greens, etc. So what's the bottom line there if we're talking about?
I'm a really big fan of that kind of lifestyle and that kind of thought. I am a mad researcher. I dedicate the proceeds of my books to the Food and Mood Center out of Deakin University. Really important to have research. So I'm really curious, and everybody should remain curious in this space, is the links between red meat and depression. So Deakin University ran a study and actually showed that red meat consumers had less propensity to have depression and anxiety. So the research will be interesting that comes out of the university and worldwide research on that. But I never discriminate against vegans, vegetarians, people that are gluten-free. I don't like to discriminate against any food. But I like people to think about adding a little bit of red meat into their diets only because of the iron and the B12, which can have this biosynthesis to things like serotonin, dopamine, and our happy hormones. So we'll watch that space for what's happening in the research in that area.
So there's one takeaway message from all of this. What would it be to people? Because we keep hearing moderation is everything. Is that it?
I don't think that you need to be a behavioral psychologist to know people, ourselves as well as our partners, right, who lose 3 kilos on a fat-restrictive diet to only gain 5 kilos, right? Let's bring back the love of food in a tasty, easy, affordable way, so much so that it's repeatable and doable, that it becomes a lifetime of habits, so we can have a Pinot and a Piccolo or a coffee and a wine. So eat, drink, and still shrink.
Or a
Let's
martini and
Love it.
or an espresso martini. Lovely to see you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you very
to meet
much.
you. Thank
Great
you.
stuff. For more, you can pick up a copy of Michelle's book, Eat, Drink and Still Shrink. Great title, right? And it is on sale now.